Grabando.
Do you remember what were you in the snowstorm of 2014 where airports closed and many people were trapped in their homes? Have you realized that extreme weather conditions are more common these past days? Every one of us is affected by the change the Earth climate has suffered in the last decades. From Hurricane Katrina to Japan's earthquake in 2011, natural catastrophes are more common and devastating every passing day. I chose to speak about global warming because it is a serious problem, and most scientists agree that we humans are contributing to the observed climate change. Since I watched Al Gore's documentary on The Convenient Truth, I decided I will thoroughly investigate about this topic. Hence, I feel very confident bringing this information to you. The purpose of my speech is to persuade you that global warming is an important and serious problem and that we have to do something about it. In order to do something about it, we first need to know what global warming is. Then we need to understand the effects, and finally we can discuss the solutions. Let me tell you first what global warming is. It's also called climate change, and it's the observed century-scale rise in the average temperature of the Earth climate system and its related effects. Scientists are more than 95% certain that most of global warming is caused by the increasing concentration of greenhouse gases and other human activities. Global warming is primarily a problem of too much carbon dioxide concentrate in the atmosphere. It acts as a blanket, trapping the heat and keeping the planet warm. As we burn fossil fuels like coal, oil, natural gas, and cut down and burn forests to create pastures and plantations, carbon accumulates and overloads our atmosphere. According to NASA.gov, the year 2014 ranks as Earth's warmest since 1880. Now that we know what global warming is, we can talk about the impacts and the effects. Among others, the most important impacts of global warming are extreme weather conditions such as heat waves, droughts, heavy rainfalls, heavy snowfalls, ocean acidifications, and species extinctions due to shifting temperature regimes. Effects significant to humans include the threat to food security from decreasing crop yields and the loss of habitats from inundation. According to NRDC.org, in addition of global warming impacted our water resources, our energy supply, transportation, agriculture, and ecosystem, climate change also poses unique challenges to human health, such as significant increase of illness and death related to extreme weather conditions. Some diseases transmitted by food, water, and insects are likely to increase. Certain groups, including children, the elderly, and the poor, are more vulnerable to the range of climate-related health effects. These impacts will cause significant cost to our families and to our economy. Then, the most important part of my speech is to talk about the solutions. There are good news. We do have technologies available to help reduce global warming. Even though US did not agree to sign Kyoto's protocol, Obama administration had created an important and complete plan to help reduce global warming. According to climatehub.org, there is no single solution to global warming. However, we can talk about 4 important solutions. Boosting energy efficiency. The power that we use to heat, cool, and power our home, business, and industries is the single largest contributor to global warming. If we use energy efficient technologies, it will allow us to use less energy to get the same or higher level of production. Greening transportation. The transportation sector emissions have increased in a faster rate. We can help this problem. Switching to lower carbon fuels, reducing vehicle miles traveled through smart growth, and more efficient mass transportation are some of the solutions. Revving up renewables. Some renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, geothermal, and bioenergy, are available around the world and we should use them. And finally, ensuring sustainable development. Countries such as the US should ensure that least developed countries around the world also have the sustainable development models to help reduce the global warming problem. The purpose of my speech today has been to convince you that the global warming is a serious problem and that we have to do something about it. To help our planet, we need to know what global warming is, we need to understand the effects, and finally we can talk about the solutions. As human beings, I felt that it was my obligation to understand the problem and then tell you about it. Our water, our food, and our homes, they all depend on us. If we don't do something about them right now, our children and grandchildren won't be able to enjoy a beautiful planet. We can each play an important role in stopping climate change. Unfortunately, there's a lot of confusion around the problem. This is why we need to investigate and understand the problem. And as Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you.